To the channel. This is Chris from Offroad Nation 606. So today we're going to install the rear quarter panel armor. So the first thing we need to do is get some access behind this back panel. So it's pretty easy to remove. You got two screws on the side, one right there in the corner, and then on the driver's side you're going to have to remove this mount for the spare tire. It's a 10mm. Rest of them is all Phillips. And you also got this bottom section right here. You should be able to just take that last screw out and should be able to pop it off. If you have your spare tire, you'll have to remove it. So I'll just slide right off there. Now for this little mount that the spare tire sits on, there's going to be 4 10mm bolts. You got 2 right here on the top, and then down in there there'll be 2. After you do that, you should be able to pull the panel back just a little bit. And then you can just set that in the back seat. You don't have to worry about the seat belt mount or anything. Now that should give us plenty of room to get back in there and install the bolts. Now if you need some more room to get in there, there are 2 clips right here. You can remove those. And now just get these connectors a little bit out of the way. So right here is the driver's side section. It's got the cutout for the fuel door. And I wanted one with the rub rail on it. So for the back section, you will need somebody to help you with it, since it is a little bit harder to get to the back side of it. So for this side, whenever you install it, you want to make sure that you get it straight on the fuel door. That way it'll still open up right. Now whenever you go to install this, I usually like to install the panel first and get all the holes drilled out, and then I take it back off and paint it. But whenever you do that, you may want to lay some tape all the way around to keep it from scratching your paint. I'm not going to worry too much about this one because I do have the Raptor liner, so it holds up pretty good. So for right now, I've got a clamp holding it. So the kit comes with hardware and everything. You got the Allen bolt and a nut for the back side. So I went ahead and drilled the first hole, so I'm going to go ahead and put one bolt in just to kind of help hold it. And then I'll try to align it. And then I'm going to put 2 in the corner. That way it won't move anymore. So I did end up having to unbolt the seat belt bracket just to be able to get in there easier. So all you need is a T 45 Torx bit. You got one bolt at the bottom, and then there's a 10mm up top. And it looks like I might have to remove this bracket. Looks like it's just 3 10mm bolts. It's just some kind of support bracket. I think I'm going to remove it. That way I got a little bit more room to get into. May not have to, but I'm just going to do it just to make some more room. Okay, so I got 3 bolts started right now. I did put one a little bit longer in the center just to make it easier to put on. Of course, I'm not going to leave it like that. So now that those 3 are on there and everything looks pretty good, now I'm going to go ahead and drill all the rest of the holes. These corners over here might be a little bit hard. I may have to put the some kind of threaded insert in there, especially on this side, the driver's side, because you've got all the harness stuff, and then you got the fuel neck that runs through there. Okay, so actually on this bracket there is one more bolt up top here. It's also 10mm. You'll need to remove that. That brace actually holds where the spare tire bolts down to. Okay, so I got all the bolts in besides this last one here. I was able to get to the back side of these 2 bolts, but I am definitely gonna have to put a threaded insert on this one I probably could have on these two, but I was able to get in there. I was able to take a socket and extension and run it right in through there, and I was able to get a little bit to the back side up there. So it looks like that's the only one I'll have to put the threaded insert in. So now that the driver's side is installed, I need to look at it and see if I need to cut anything. The only part I see is I need to just trim a little bit right here to match the body line. And I'm thinking about building a plate that bolts on right here and goes kind of underneath. I probably will do that. So just depending on how your Jeep is will depend on how much you got to cut. If you've not cut any of your fender, you probably want to do the cut and fold method, or you can just bolt the panel on. But I'm gonna go ahead and trim that little section. So now that the driver's side's done, go ahead and work on the passenger side. So that side's gonna be the same way. You just got 3 Phillips screws, got 1 up there in the corner and 2 on the side, and you do need to loosen that one, and then we'll set that panel aside just like we did the driver's side. Now on this side you should be able to get to all the bolts a lot easier. You don't have to worry about the fuel neck, shouldn't be much in the way here. Just want to kind of pull up on that corner. So you'll probably definitely need somebody to help you on this side too, especially to put the bolts in. But right here is the passenger side panel. I'm going to hold that up there where it seems to be straight, and we'll go ahead and mark some of the holes. So I got one bolt started, just kind of help hold it, and then I put a clamp on this back side. I'm going to make sure everything's lined up, and then I'll go ahead and tighten another bolt, and then I'll start drilling the rest of the hose out. So everything seems to fit okay. So now I'm going to pull both of these panels off and go ahead and paint them with the Raptor liner. Okay, so I got the rear armor installed, got everything painted. So I really like how it turned out. I went ahead and ran some silicone on the top edges just to keep any dirt or moisture or anything like that from sitting in behind it. But definitely happy the way these turned out. I think it looks pretty good. So I believe that's going to do it for this video. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.